All right. Good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is, everybody. Welcome to the final game or final expected game of the bronze match of the A Link to the Past Randomizer Open League. Here we have Game 5 co-op reference between the Last Locationeers and Oops All Foxes. Some well-matched teams. The series is tied up 2-2, so we'll have a game 5 today. Co-op entrance again between Last Location is represented by ScottishBrave44 and ZenArcane on the left, and Oops All Foxes represented by Zaruvyen and Khloe Prower on the right. I'm Maniacal. I'm joined today by Captain 1977 on commentary. How are you today, Captain?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm super stoked about this match. But first things first, because of how crazy co-op reference is and how difficult it is to keep track of, first thing I want to do is shout out our trackers, Drossie and Lady Laura Linda, as our runners are getting going. This is going to open fast and furious. Entrances are shuffled, and so we'll see. Link's house is where it is. Where is our sanctuary today? In Kakariko.
Very nice. Yep. See, I'll pull that bottle out of Link's house there too as well. So that's pretty nice to see.
Yeah, and we see only Last Location here, ZenArcane opting for that classic sort of Houlihan start. I think with co-op reference, it's not uncommon to see everybody Houlihan at some point because the retro world state buying of small keys and just the money demands of especially arrows if they find an early bow. Not uncommon to see rupees become a throttle point for runners, so I expect we'll see more Houlihans and less 300s show up. But you want to tell us a little bit about the mode before we get too into the weeds, Captain?
Yeah, it's reference is just entrance randomizer. Like any entrance can go to any cave, dungeon, or anything like that. Then you have retro, which is universal keys. Big keys aren't going to be shuffled, and we're gonna see like you can find a cave that might have like a random shop where you can pick up a heart container or a potion, and one cave even has an extra sword for you.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's the Take Any caves that are installed to kind of mirror the Zelda 1 for the NES, but an analog here, an adaptation for the Super Nintendo version. But also those universal keys, but otherwise it's going to play kind of like the cross keys that you may know. Entrance is fully shuffled. Big keys, maps, compasses fully shuffled.
Whoa, man. Hype cave down here at Khloe Prower like having a glove, a hookshot, and a big key to Turtle Rock. That's a pretty hype cave there.
Yeah, that is an exceptional cave. Hype indeed, and right there by Kakariko at the library, so I think we're going to probably see that get discovered pretty early on. ZenArcane now finished with his Houlihan, is heading up to get the castle entrances information about the castle drop down. And it is just the Great Fairy today. So that means that there will be something of yet unknown character behind the pyramid. But yeah, the early game in this, generally the teams are going to be trying to sweep out their entrance space as fast as possible, dividing and conquering. And since we have two teams separately dividing and conquering, it's a little crazy right now trying to keep track of all four screens. But the runners are obviously keeping track of their own screens, but are in a voice call for the team sharing information. So that's something we haven't gone over yet. But the runners may have a shared tracker and are definitely going to be in a voice call communicating what they find. So it's a sure bet that Zaruvyen knows all about that hook shot and that glove and probably won't be long to go to that hype cave.
Yeah, also, and there is one of our Take Any caves there on Scottish Brave side. you know, obviously you gotta take the heart container first because health early is always nice. And we also saw at Aga drop down is the Kakariko Well, which is not something you like to see usually, but
Yeah, it's a little rough. Now, honestly, I wouldn't have begrudged the runners taking an early potion, but I think the Take Any was found on Scottish Brave's screen, and ZenArcane was the one who started it in Link's house. Scottish Brave had the Sanctuary start, so it doesn't have that green bottle. But I could see drinking that green and then taking the blue potentially early because the heart containers in the Take Any's are in excess. There are additional heart containers added to the item pool. So it's pretty common to see the runners get pretty beefy relative to most voice co-op formats.
absolutely. And we're trying to make our way, seeing where all the good things are. See, we got ZenArcane in the Eastern Palace area.
And
For entrances. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I do like getting over to the eastern area pretty early. None of the entrances over here are locked by boots or gloves, so even though it's a little sparse, it is a good area to sweep out early because unless you get locked by something within one of the entrances, you're going to be able to sort of check all the information off. And a block puzzle for a big key over here at the checkerboard cave, and it's the pod big key, comically, at the eastern entrance, I think.
Okay. And Scottish Brave finding Hera here.
Yeah, so we see all runners also did start with a sword. I don't think we mentioned that in Powder in the Hera basement. So you do start with a sword in this mode. One of the few things that it gives you for free. And this will be the last entrance here in Eastern, just $20, but again, game is so rupee hungry that it's good to take those early.
Mm-hmm.
And Zaruvyen in the Ice Rod Cave area has a Paradox entrance. Doesn't have the glove yet, so is regretting being over here, I think, trying to grab that rock. But we'll probably see Khloe get sent through Paradox Cave at some point to get over and get that lift rock to clean up what Zaruvyen had to leave behind for the foxes.
But yeah, here is the top of Paradox Cave. So we're going to be able to check these items here.
Yeah, we'll see where these connectors go. Paradox is one of those caves that has not logical in all directions, but achievable once you have the mirror in all directions. 3 connectors, and the mirror is inside Paradox Cave. That is a huge find for Zaruvyen. We'll see how the Smoldorms upstairs treat Zaruvyen. So far, so good. And looks like, yeah, that mirror was the real prize of Paradox Cave, but that is a really, really big item early. Although, always makes me a little nervous to have early in entrance before the Moon Pearl, because it could portend some extended bunny walking.
Oh yes, absolutely. Because bunny walking in entrance is in logic, and if you can mirror somewhere in the dark world to get to the light world, it's completely in logic. We find the blue mail there up in the mushroom spot, so it's a nice little safety to have.
Yeah, and we see Khloe behind the glove there finding a key shop and also an arrow shop. You do need to buy your arrows in addition, or buy the quiver for your arrows, in addition to spending rupees with the bow to actually fire them. Looked like they were trying to buy the arrows and only had 68 rupees.
Ooh. Yep, something else we did not mention about Retro is that, yeah, you had to buy the arrows, and then every time you shoot your bow, it costs 10 rupees.
Yep, 50 for silvers, so it's pretty common even if you have early silver arrows that you'll see runners actually toggle those silvers off more aggressively. So generally that's mostly a lag reduction thing, but in this it can be sort of a preservation thing. Often you'll only see them used on, say, Vitreous and the Ganon fight.
And speaking of Ganon, we found Ganon there at the ferry.
Yeah, Khloe is grabbing and throwing a lot of bushes. I'm gonna start watching on Khloe's side to see if they know that they do have a sword. It could just be maybe doing more cross keys lately where you don't start with a sword, but I've seen a lot of lifting and throwing bushes going on, so hopefully it's not a forgot have sword.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those. You're like, it's the interest, randomizer. I don't have a sword yet, but really you do. But it's common.
And we're getting some Death Mountain here from Zaruvyen. I didn't catch exactly where it came from, but that is a mushroom there. And looks like ZenArcane has Paradox now as well. So I think that the mountain must have come somewhere from around here, if I'm remembering correctly. Again, hard to keep 4 screens straight, but about to find out about that mirror here in the right chest of Paradox 2.
Yeah, that mirror in hand, we're gonna go further up the mountain, and we were gonna check the Hera entrance, but Dead Rocks being Dead Rocks. And there we go.
That Dead Rock was coming back for more too. Those guys are jerks.
We do have a connector.
Yeah. Some of these early connectors can be really a little scary, but this one with that mirror is going to open up nicely. Get 2 more entrances and also over onto the East Mountain without having necessarily gotten that hook shot yet. So this is actually working out pretty nice for Zaruvyen, whereas Khloe, when they get up there, is going to have the hook shot to just get across the mountain. Looks like the last locationeers have not yet found, not yet swept out their Kakariko entrances and found that hype cave with the hook shot and the glove.
I believe Scottish Brave did find it, but did not have a bomb to blow up the back, so could be waiting on that.
Okay. Yeah, so that could be a little bit slow with Scottish being on Kakariko sweeping duty. So hopefully they get back. I mean, four items available is a lot in a dense location when with full entrance shuffle, full big keys and compasses and maps and everything. You're going to plan to do a lot of locations, so you just want to clear your density early on. So I'm hopeful that they'll get back to that pretty soon. We have the Thieves Town with the flippers in the front on Zaruvyen's screen.
And speaking of flippers, there is Swamp Palace over at Agita's Cave, and that's
And this was on the East Mountain here. We're still cleaning those up on Zaruvyen's side.
And Egg Tower.
Khloe is bunny reviving here. Looks like, I guess, double checking that there's no fairy. I'm not really sure what's going on here in Castle Tower. I mean, there's the bunny revive, but I wasn't sure what the uncertainty about the save and quit was. Just deciding, maybe not today. Kind of surprising given that they do have a small key available and could get 2 checks out of that castle tower. But again, I guess I still haven't seen Khloe use that sword, so kind of hoping that the B button gets pressed sometime. there's been a lot of save and quits. So like you can kind of see the sword on the menu. And Zaruvyen is aware of the sword, so could communicate that, although in a voice call, it's not something that you're thinking of communicating to your partner. So hopefully, maybe even another sword shows up and it's Oops Master Sword or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're getting a lot of bunny walking here as the little Kappa from ZenArcane. Kappa can't play the chest game.
That
The
was
dude will
so
take your
long.
money.
Yeah, you can't do that. But it was
You
vanilla
can
today.
you can
Kind of
mirror
funny.
Super Bunny it. So that's what's going on here. Is
Ah,
ZenArcane
I
is
see.
checking that he has his mirror Super
Oh,
Bunny, gets it, and is rewarded with a big key for Eastern. I think that was.
I believe that was Desert. And hey, look, Chloe's using a sword.
Yo, let's go, Khloe. All right, we're back at Desert. We have a sword. Oh, there. Yep, there it was. Okay, so apparently Khloe had the sword marked. I'm not sure about dipping out a castle tower there, but maybe wanted to preserve the small key. And looks like Zaruvyen is headed in to get that hook shot in that glove. As well as, oh yeah, Turtle Rock Big as well, man. That cave was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Smolderm's being a little bit of bullies here.
And yeah, another dungeon there at the Arrow game was Meyer.
Yeah, and without hookshot, ZenArcane quickly shut out of that one. Looks like we're getting a race game here. Didn't catch what was there.
And barely needed a ZenArcane because he's like, I don't need mops. Oh, but finds the back of Hookshot came here without that hookshot in hand. Gonna relay that to his teammates, say, hey, go here. You need that.
Yeah, there's a lot of that happens early. The tension between sweeping out available space and going and getting items in case you find things when you're exploring that require those items is really, really tough to balance early on in these, because you'll often know where two or three really good things are, like say the flippers. And do you really want to find swamp, right? If you can't like go and get those two free checks.
And actually, with the hype cave right here having the hookshot, he can just go right back to it and just check it right away.
Yeah, with that mirror portal, Zen's going to be able to pop right back and is also going to be able to communicate to Scottish, hey, you're going to have to get back to that hype cave. It was absolutely loaded. All right, so Hookshot Cave here at Two Brothers West entrance that you have to mirror into. So we'll see what's in Hookshot Cave here. And then I think we'll probably get that Mire dive. Oh, and there is a second sword. So, yeah, that pause there probably is ZenArcane adding it to a shared tracker, saying, okay, here's Hookshot Cave, here's your cane.
Oh, and Kata Samaria. That is
Yep.
interesting.
Top of Spiral there. I don't think we saw what happens when you go through Spiral Cave yet. That's one of those tough ones because there's an item in there, but it's also very much a one-way connector. So you really have to commit. And if your mountain access is bad, like it sort of is, can be a rough choice to actually chase that.
And we're getting the first chest here in Swamp. And possible, yep, and the second one too, because keys are universal, so might as well spend a key, check this bomb wall, see what we got. Could be something useful.
Yep. And it looks like Old Man Rescue here for Scottish Brave. Okay, I was like, what dark cave is this? That movement's definitely Old Man Rescue. And it was the something for Mire. I didn't catch what it was there in the second chest of Swamp.
The map of Meyer.
Okay, so maps are actually pretty useful, especially early on in terms of figuring out which dungeons are your pendants and crystals. So not too sad about a map, but definitely not going out of my way for it. And we have Turtle Rock West here for Khloe.
And Turtle Rock Main there for Zaruvyen.
And Pod Map for Scottish Brave. So we're getting a good amount of information. We're almost 20 minutes in. It's starting to slow down just a little bit. Like the first few minutes are absolute chaos, but then now we're getting to the point where people are sweeping out things, doing things that we've seen on the other team, things like that. So feels good to be able to digest a little bit what's going on. So for Khloe, there's a lot available here in this Turtle Rock. In terms of being able to go through, kill the Hokuboku, get a free small key, go up and get these 2 checks that are in logic. And we know from Hookshot Cave that there's more. You can actually go the whole way up through the front entrance and get one more logical chest out of the middle here. And Scottish is going to chase that spiral connector, see what it gives. Just bombs.
See where this takes us out.
Yep. Where are we getting spit? Oh, we're getting spit out at the pyramid. Well, that's actually really nice. That's great information to have. And also that's going to allow for mirroring back into the top of Hyrule Castle, provided this Ropa doesn't murder Scottish Brave. Oh, and she is going to go down rather than getting those top of castle entrances.
Interesting.
Without knowing those 3 entrances, I kind of disagree with this decision. I think they're pretty, or at least, yeah, with the cape 3, you can get the full 3 of them. This is a call, Bunny walking over here into the Pod Eastern area. But this will be, at least a reasonable sweep of some entrances. You've got 4 entrances over here you can get as a bunny.
Is Zaruvyen about to find Hookshot Cave here as well?
Every time I'm like lower on health or half health or something as a bunny, and I come across those great fairy fountains, I always take those refills. But Scottish saying, nah, not worth it. And now he's going to have to play dodge the pterodactyl here.
Find a...
And good point. We can't get a follower as a bunny, so only 3 entrances over here from chat. So my apologies. Sorry, go ahead, Captain.
Khloe showing us K45 there. It's the library with the piece of heart, and I couldn't be back with that.
Yeah, so we've done the south entrances, we've done the Hyrule Castle eastern area, we've done the north entrances in Kakariko. So it feels like something either had to be on the mountain via one of those connectors, or this bunny walk mirror shenanigans nonsense. I don't think we've got this bomb shop or the Hylia shop or Swamp Palace entrance yet, so that could be the answer. And yeah, Khloe is saying, you know what, I will take 5 hearts, thank you.
And wow, Zaruvyen finding Pod here as well now.
And Magic Pack good for a generic small key. But yes, for anyone not sure what they're watching, this is game 5 of the Open League Bronze match. So this is an unofficial tournament match that the third and fourth place teams have elected to play just to kind of see how the series would have gone down, play for that unofficial third place, generate more content for everyone, and just enjoy some good rando and sort of celebration of a good league season. And because the Open League finals have concluded, this is probably, unless there is a tie, and hopefully that doesn't happen, the final game of the Open League Season 4, official or unofficial. So enjoy it while it lasts. And ZenArcane picking up those flippers, and
Didn't quite get to the big key chest, though.
I was gonna say that seemed like a weird time to take a death warp, so I think that was an unintentional one there. Yeah, it looks like we're going back in for that fourth chest. Because I didn't think Scottish had been over here to check that fourth chest yet. But does have the intel now on those flippers. And Zaruvyen had enough small keys, is going to be able to play a substantial part of this pod. And front of Hyrule Castle from Scottish Brave. I don't think we've seen these Hyrule Castle front checks yet. Also, I didn't catch where we got Hyrule Castle. Was this via a bunny walk?
I missed it as well.
Okay.
See it.
If it was, unless one of the entrances pops us out in the light world and then we're expected to re-enter, these would be out of logic. But with 3 exits in Hyrule Castle, not unlikely that this would be logical even if it was bunny walked. And ZenArcane on the East Mountain. And I just noticed Scottish Brave has 8 small keys. That is kind of insane. I don't know where Scottish Brave found all of the small keys.
I think she bought a bunch of them.
Or if she just loaded up at some point and said, I'm going to make ZenArcane check Zora at some point. But I want small keys.
Yeah, I'm going to say she bought those because she's on 45 rupees right now. So she probably bought them.
I mean, loading up on keys early can be really good, but there are some things that you're going to run into that are just going to require rupees.
Zaruvyen trying to make his way through the dark maze here in Pod. Finds a bow in the back of Pod.
Now that's not a bow-locked bow because you have infinite small keys. But that is a place. That is a place for that item. That bow is behind the light cone of the lamp. Yep. So not logical yet, but definitely a good one to have.
Yep. Can't quite check the bow-locked side of Pod yet. It has not bought the arrows, so we'll see what that comes up. But
yeah,
it's good to go ahead and check the Zora, see what.
Now this almost surprises me a little to not see sort of a saving quit and a sort of a flipper back up to here, just because 500 rupees is a lot to not scum in this. But we'll see if Zora's worth it today. Oh. Probably. Yeah.
Yes.
Thieves big, we keep that.
Yeah, we're gonna need that.
So Scottish is going to need to come up with some rupees. She may have overspent on small keys and might need a little more cash to get that big key. ZenArcane, meanwhile, is hookshotted back across to the West Mountain. Hitting a 50-50 bomb drop there. It's always nice to go for your 50-50s when you're passing through the neighborhood. the good old stair pump wiggle there at the bottom of the ladder.
Here is the top of Hyrule Castle. Khloe showing us now these 3 entrances.
All right,
At the
let's see.
Hotel Barrio.
Yeah, what did Scottish elect to not check here? Eastern. Well, we're gonna, I guess, get a little bit of a break before we find out about that last one. But this, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Moon Pearl pop here in these Eastern checks, honestly. It feels like we've swept out a lot of the world. Things are really starting to dry up, and Eastern's got, 3 in logic checks, or 4. Yeah, 3 right now with no big key, and a 4th that's available. So, decent amount of equity here in Eastern. And ZenArcane is going to go through the Spiral Cave. So, gonna pop out on the pyramid and start doing some of these bunny checks. Maybe is also thinking about that top of Hyrule Castle. I'm gonna hope to see ZenArcane mirror and get these entrances for the last locationeers. Whereas Scottish Brave is headed down. Let's see where she's going. I guess probably to Hookshot Cave is the first thing, with that Cane of Samaria and Master Sword being in there pretty much for free. And yeah, ZenArcane is climbing the pyramid, is going to mirror in and get that top of Hyrule Castle info. So we might get the left entrance here from ZenArcane before we find it from Khloe. Ooh, Skullwoods.
Just 1 check in here for now.
Yeah, no fire source, so we can't do the torches puzzle. But this does have 1 nice free check here in the front, although it looks like there's a lamp there in Eastern. So Khloe, when they get over into Skull Woods, will have the option, assuming that there's an extra small key hanging around, which there will be with 3 in Eastern right now, to do the bomb jump Gibdo situation there in the back of Skull Woods and go knock Moth out right away. And I think we'll see Zen also go back to Eastern. So yeah, you see the runners sometimes doing these weird movements where Zen was just walking into the door frame there. It's so important to get things added to the tracker that you're likely sharing with your partner pretty efficiently in this, because there's so much information passing that you just need to offload what you can. But looks like at least we're getting that first chest of Skullwoods. We'll see if Khloe Prower decides to go for the Moth kill. And we'll also see if ZenArcane, once he gets his lamp, is going to go back and do that Skullwoods. Looks like we are getting that Skullwoods play from Khloe Prower. Not surprised. You love to see it.
Not really a great weapon against mobs with the fighter sword, but these runners are more capable of doing it.
Yeah, we got a fighter sword, we got a blue potion, we got a cape. There's some stuff that can happen.
Yeah.
A lot of fighter sword spins here on these Gibdos. But Khloe's doing a pretty good job, getting a little bullied here. I feel like with knowledge of the Master Sword location, if I was Khloe, I might have just been like, hey Zaruvyen, you wanna come do this Skullwoods? These Gibdos are beefy fellows. Nice normalized setup there, using the sort of the door frame to set up that bomb jump there to the top torch. Gonna have to fall in the hole and then go light the torches manually. So this logically is behind that fire rod, but we don't really care that much other than just keeping track of it. Meanwhile, Zen has gotten his lantern. And we are on the Turtle Rock Bridge here for Scottish Brave.
Just had hammer and pod.
Yo, hammer behind the bow in pod. Great. Thanks, game. It's exactly what we were looking forward to.
So that bow is in logic with that lamp in Eastern. So they just don't know it yet. Well,
they know it.
They know it. Actually,
they've pieced it together. There's actually a nice, nice moth fight there for Khloe. Cleaned it up clean and got
mitts.
You don't like to see those. You don't want those in entrance, but you're happy to have them early. That's one of those things where, like, Zaruvyen's just saying, okay, well, now all the mitt stuff is your baby, because I don't want to get those if I don't have to.
Also, wants a crystal, so I'm gonna have to do it anyway.
Yeah, I just don't want to break around Fire Rod with a crappy sword. I want to wait until that shows up in Logic. I don't want to push my out of Logic mitts as a team, right? Like, I want to make the other teammate do that. And if you find cool stuff there, then like maybe, yeah, okay, I'll go do it. But with mitts being optional in a lot of entrance seeds, definitely not going out of my way for those.
Yeah, mitts, loot, stuff like that, you don't want to buy.
Flute at least gives you mobility. Mitts is just like, here's some crappy entrances and a smith chain that you can do.
Thanks,
have fun. But it does speed up things, like it gives you cleaner Dark World access, especially with Sanctuary being in Kakariko and things like that. Like, there's a lot that mitts do give you, as much as I'm, kind of making fun of the mitts here. As ZenArcane is sending the bad news to Scottish Brave. Hey, you need $500 for this Thieves Town key.
I think ZenArcane's gonna go back to Thieves Town here and make sure that it's absolutely necessary to get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the first thing you want to do. Now, it doesn't have the hammer yet, so you don't really want to do Thieves Town without it, but like, it's one sort of maybe check.
Yeah, true.
Without knowledge of that hammer in pod, it might take a little while before the last locationeers find their bow and hammer.
Pod is a crystal today, so I guess we already do that for the C on the upper left-hand corner, but.
And Scottish Brave doing a little bit of trying to use the railings there, and is going to give us these castle tower checks that Khloe elected to not do earlier for lack of convenience. So that was actually interesting. Khloe kind of noped out of these for convenience earlier, and then did the really inconvenient moth fight. So I'm not sure what the guiding heuristic is there. I guess one is it's probably a crystal, and the other one is, well, there's definitely not a crystal behind this. There is a Kakariko well behind it, though, so, you get what you get.
Yeah.
And $300, that's actually going to be pretty welcome for Scottish Brave with that Thieves Town Big knowledge.
Making the play into the back of desert here. Again, not a great fight, but just a fighter sword. But
yeah, I mean, you've got a big key. You've got a dungeon you can beat. Go beat it, right? Like, don't worry too much about the loadout. Now, at some point, you are kind of going to want to go over and get that hook shot. In fact, honestly, like the hook shot's such an easy grab for Khloe. Where was this desert entrance, Desert North, that it was so out of the way? Because with those mitts, I would be tempted to just save and quit to Sanctuary, go get that hook shot, go get that cane. Rather get the cane, get the Master Sword, rather, with the hook shot. Go get hook shot Cave. So, was this entrance at a really bad spot, maybe, that you wanted to do this?
I'm not sure, but it's a green pendant, so...
Yeah, it'll be nice to turn that in. I don't think we've seen Sahasrara yet, so that's an item cave that's out of the way.
Mini Moldorm Cave is Desert Mag.
Yeah, we're walking over to Ice Ride Cave here on Khloe's side, which maybe is headed up to the mountain. I think was over here. But I'm kind of surprised not leveraging those mitts to get the save and quit to Sank to just bunny walk down and mirror in to get that hookshot cave.
And also below GT at Desert Palace entrance.
Ooh, that is a thing in a spot. I don't know that I think much more of it than that, but like that is, yeah, this is bomb jump right side potentially coming up from ZenArcane, or at least tile room. I feel like I guess you do have hookshot, so it's not quite as bad as like itemless right side, which I honestly fail every single time. With hookshot, it's at least manageable. And Khloe did want to get up here to the mountain to get over to Thieves Town to get the flippers, I guess. And okay, it looks like yeah, ZenArcane doesn't want to do the torch right side. Don't blame him. I also like this call here by ZenArcane, going and scouting the item that's on the torch. Pretty low cost. Just want to get it done. And Scottish Brave is headed into the back of Skull Woods. So seems likely to be doing the same sort of bomb jump lamp strat to get back to fight Moth. Should have a slightly easier Gibdo fight here, as well as a slightly easier Moth fight. It does have sword beams. Oh, there we go. There go those obnoxious sword beams. Got rid of them, and now we can guarantee that our sword is doing good damage. Great choice by Scottish Brave to get beat up just a little bit by those Gibdos. And gonna clear them out of the way here in short order. Alright, now we wait for the wall master, get set up, do our bomb jump. And what did we get on Desert Ledge there for ZenArcane?
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, I missed it as well, and it was an item to a dungeon. And we're in the back of Thieves Town for Zaruvyen. So Scottish Brave.
Yeah, I'm Desert Ledge. Thank you.
Swamp Big Key. Okay. So yeah, shout outs to Lady Laura Linda, one of our trackers, as well as Drossie. They're doing an excellent job keeping things straight on the trackers so that this is at all decipherable. This mode is difficult to play, difficult to commentate, difficult to watch. So also shout outs to all of our viewers who are keeping track of it. It's, ooh, Scottish Brave is having a little go here at Moth. These spikes are not being kind.
Yep, you saw Khloe there follow those mitts as well as Ice Palace entrance led to Saha and got turned into that green pen right away for a compass.
Oh, and Scottish Brave taking a death to the Moth there. Not going to get those mitts, but yeah, Khloe is making the expected play down to Hookshot Cave. And looks like Scottish Brave is going to go. This is going to feel real bad for Scottish Brave because doing the chest you don't really want to do, going to get this blue potion and just say, why? Why, game? But we're going back for round 2 with Moth. She did a real nice job of getting through here, so I'm sure it'll go fine again. This little Gibdo parade. Sets him up nicely to get hit by these spins. Definitely Master Sword spins one of the more effective ways that you have available to deal with those Gibdos. And ZenArcane is using some Master Sword spins and kind of some Maria strats here on Landmolus.
You sound dependent.
Okay, Red Pendant Thieves, and I don't think we found anything too important from the back of Thieves Town. But again, this is the sort of thing that I expect both teams will do by the end of the seed. So even if it's empty, even if it's sort of, it's probably going to be zero-sum, and as a runner you expect it to be zero-sum with what the other team's doing, so you don't really view it as a time loss.
ScottishBrave having that potion at the ready just in case.
Absolutely, that's a really nice safety to have into this Moth fight. Moth being a little more cooperative this time, spike patterns not being as just absolutely dumb as they were the first time. Moth is getting a little cagey camping up in that corner, but Scottish Brave does a good job of cleaning it up, getting that revenge. So Skullwood's Big was in Thieves Town Big Chest. I didn't catch that, but that could in fact be an important item. We'll see if... I think Oops All Foxes is probably going to not wait too long before sending Zaruvyen over to potentially do a bunny revive into the back of Skullwoods and just get that intel. Depends how much is left in front of them right now, although they've gotten some good items lately, so... Feels like there's still the Mire Dive in front of them. With that hammer, there's a lot more to do in Swamp. Swamp doesn't seem like too bad of a play.
Yeah,
Trying to think of what else is available. I think those are probably the two, most premier choices. Castle Tower, but you can't get the what is it? The lumberjack items just yet in Cackwell. I guess where was Ganon's Tower again? Was it in the Dark World?
At the ferry. The ferry next to the graveyard, I guess.
Not Ganon. Ganon's Tower.
Oh, Ganon's Tower.
I was trying to think of if we could do Shake Storage here.
Ganon's Tower was at Desert Palace entrance.
Desert Palace. Okay, so I don't think we can do Shake Storage then, because it's a Light World location, unless Eastern's a pendant. We don't have Eastern. Or we do, but we don't have the big key to get to Armos. So yeah, I think that Cackwell's still pretty well locked up.
Okay, ScottishBrave finding pod there at the Waterfall Ferry.
Yeah, this will be good. Get behind those flippers, get in here, you've got the lamp, you'll find out you can get your bow logically, you'll go get your hammer, and we'll probably see ZenArcane get over here pretty soon. We see that Zaruvyen has sent Khloe here to pod as well with its bounty of good items. I guess Scottish Brave will be thankful for the plentiful small key purchase. Not going to have any concerns about keys here in pod. And we see Zaruvyen is making that swamp play. That's one of the what I think is the better checks. And ZenArcane fighting the double pokies was trying to go out, I guess, to get Turtle Rock West because we do have the Turtle Rock Big Key. Okay, yeah. So Turtle Rock Big Key does open a lot of options. I was gonna say because we know where Turtle Rock West entrance was. That's the way we came in. So I guess trying to go back to Laser Bridge and get Turtle Rock back. I don't think we've seen what's in the front, but there is only one check up there, whereas this is going to open up the Crystal Roller, it's going to open up 4 items on Laser Bridge, and the Turtle Rock back exit. So you got 5 items and an entrance back here, or a connector back here. So, Captain, it's getting a little late in the game here. We're 50 minutes in. We don't have a Moon Pearl. Where do you think it's going to show up?
Gosh, that's a good question. Yeah, we have not seen it. Mire, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, Swamp, Mire, back of Turtle Rock, connector into Mire area maybe is something. There's just not a lot of places that are left right now that we haven't seen. Got a little bit of the rewind going there, a little stutter. But we're back, and we're getting some Laser Bridge here from ZenArcane. And there it is. So just like that, Foxes were early to that bow, early to that hammer. ZenArcane early to that Moon Pearl. That is a big swing in this race. And isn't going to get the exit, though. But I think if you're ZenArcane, you're maybe at peace with that, although maybe thinking about it, I don't know. ZenArcane doesn't know. I was like, I don't think you go back for just that connector with Moon Pearl, but, you get to make your calls. But yeah, that is a pretty nasty place for Moon Pearl, needing to go Turtle Rock West through the back with that very early big key with Cane of Samaria from Hookshot Cave. So we've seen all of our runners get their Cane of Samaria at this point. So everyone has the loadout they need. It's just a matter of when are Fox going to make the choice to do that. And I think we're going to see Swamp, which we're seeing now, as well as Mire before that Turtle Rock sort of comes back on the radar. Where was the Turtle Rock West entrance? I see a question in chat. I'm trying to remember. It was early. It's not a terrible place to access, but then going through Turtle Rock to get to Laser Bridge is medium inconvenient. So it's just a matter of when you think about what did Cane of Samaria do for me other than that one chest and the Turtle Rock main exit, thinking about that connection back to Laser Bridge, which is in logic now because of that lamp. It's above Village. TR West is above Village. I guess Turtle Rock East has to be in Light World, or Turtle Rock Main has to be in Light World then. Or, yeah. No, there is no there is no or there. It just is factually those things.
Yeah.
So where have we not seen those entrances show up? Let's see. I can't think of anything. It could be some sort of bunny connector. TR main has been found. Oh, Zaruvyen's in TR main in desert. Okay. I'm glad that chat's doing a better job of keeping track of 4 players than I am, because
this is
again, I can barely keep track of 1 player sometimes.
Oh, there is that laser eye just at the Village Podcast fortune teller.
Yeah, so that's the one that we knew, the Turtle Rock West, but I guess Turtle Rock Main is our logical way to get through Turtle Rock the entire way from desert.
Here, ZenArcane is in the Village of Outcasts now. Fine. Nope, that's the other side of the Brothers entrance.
Yeah, and Scottish Brave is into Turtle Rock Main. Is going to be able to get one more check here for the last locationeers.
Ooh, Ice Palace there at the Bombable Hut.
Yeah, so if ice is a crystal, then we absolutely need that Moon Pearl today. With 2 pendants known already, it's pretty likely that ice is a crystal, so it's pretty likely we weren't getting away from that Moon Pearl. And Scottish Brave is gonna go through and expend some keys here in Turtle Rock. Somehow she has managed to almost use all of those keys. She bought so many, and down to 1 key now. As expectedly, ZenArcane is now going to sweep out a huge swath of accessible Dark World now. All the stuff that we couldn't do as a bunny, we can now do now that we have that Moon Pearl. Man, Shooter Room is not normally the threat here in the double Hokuboku room, but the Shooter is being a real something or other to Zaruvyen. Almost has it cleaned up. Alright, makes it through. As we're getting Hera Tile Room from Khloe Prower.
Oh, and we missed ZenArcane getting the boots there.
I certainly missed that. Where did those come from? Somewhere behind the Moon Pearl, presumably. But yeah, ZenArcane has rightly sent Scottish Brave immediately to the Moon Pearl. No shocker there. And probably Scottish Brave is going to be on the follow train here just a little bit. Going to get those boots. Those speed items are just so valuable to knock out early. I'm hearing it was at the Grove, so at Stumpy.
Okay.
So yeah, this is good. Zaruvyen is going to get that Moon Pearl for the Foxes, and so that's going to kind of equalize all right. I'd say, last location here is maybe a little bit of a lead here, but very close race so far. If you are enjoying this race, definitely go give our runners a follow, show them some support. They've been doing an excellent job all league season. If you've somehow dodged following them before, definitely consider getting that taken care of today. ZenArcane needs to be a little careful with health, getting a little trolled by those zeros. But finding the Smoldorm Cave... And Scottish Brave popping out of the pod entrance here. I'm gonna mirror and go right into Eastern, and there was the Turtle Rock Big Key there, but you've already got that, Scottish.
How about another 5-item location with Blind Side?
Wow, that is dense. This is a very unorthodox order of checking the items in Blind's Hut, but
there was that Eastern Palace Big Key that we wanted earlier.
Yeah, so Eastern might be on the menu again soon. It looks like Zaruvyen is starting the Dark World journey from that pod entrance that was Laser Bridge exit, as Scottish Brave is going not directly for the boots. So I'm not sure. Kind of would have expected the boots chase right away. So where is Scottish Brave going now with that new Moon Pearl? Ah, Tower of Hera. Okay. Little surprised that this was sort of the next thing up, but maybe it's something that had been, scratching at our mind for a while. And ZenArcane is going to go get that bow and that hammer. And we are getting the Eastern play here for Zaruvyen, which is maybe a little unfortunate given that we know that Eastern Big Key is coming up fairly soon in terms of Overworld. The Eastern Big Key is at Blind's Hut down in, I believe, the Dark World Ice Rock Cave area, the shopping mall. So that area was actually loaded with merchandise today, had 2 5-item caves. And one of the 10 things within those items was our Eastern Big.
We have found the Mire area here on the connector.
Ooh. And Hera is a crystal. Good to know.
We need bombos to open up Mire, which we found on Lake Hylia Island.
Right, so we can get that. Now, Khloe still doesn't have that Moon Pearl, so a little inconvenient to be in Mire area. Is going to have to Super Bunny if we want to get this item. I expect that's going to be the call. And of course, we did know Hera already from Khloe having beaten Moldorm, but good knowledge for last location years to get about that crystal.
ZenArcane gonna pick up his hammer.
So interesting here. I guess, what was it behind the mitts that we absolutely needed? Something. I think, was it the Ice Palace Lift Rock?
Yeah, Ice Palace entrance is Saha. We have not seen what was back there yet, but the green pin doesn't really lead to anything. So
I see. And I was trying to figure out what was the motivator for going to get mitts at this time. But there's those boots for Scottish Brave. So we know that Zaruvyen with that Moon Pearl wants to be, doing some overworld, finding those boots. I guess it could just be, well, I'm in Dark World now, and that gives me a reason that I need the mitts for something. right? You've got the Smith chain and other features of Dark World that require the mitts. So maybe just getting it done to be sure that you can consolidatedly route the overworld.
Scottish Brave is turning in the Smith here. We'll see if that's going to lead to anything useful.
And we're getting our third moth here and our second swamp palace. And I think our first Helmasaur, or no, our second Helmasaur. Or wait, no, both Zaru and Khloe have finished Helmasaur.
That was number 3.
So it's Helmasaur 3 and Moth 3 down.
Just gave us the Bikini Desert. Yeah, we saw that earlier.
Yep, we'd super bunnied in there, I think, on Khloe's side. Although I think that Zen may have also super bunnied that one.
Well, there's Sick Kid with the big key to Ice Palace.
It's another one that you're not super stoked to find, but you're okay finding it before you do ice. It just says Ice Palace now has one more accessible item, and it can't reasonably completely screw you. So that's always nice.
It's that Bob Shop we need Skull Woods and Meyer for our red crystals today.
All right, so that pyramid entrance that we know is behind the exit of Spiral Cave. Not going to be all that useful, but the knowledge that Meyer is a red crystal, that's good to pick up. And Zaruvyen is making his way down. Will end up over at the Stump Kid to get those boots at some point fairly soon, probably. And then Khloe's going to feel real sad about having done all of Swamp without the boots, but doesn't yet have the Moon Pearl, so... I mean, knock out the crystals that are in front of you, so may as well. And I was going to say, is Zaruvyen going to get baited into this ice? Doesn't yet have a way to kill the initial Freezor, but I believe does have the knowledge of that Bombos medallion location.
We see ZenArcane with that Bombos medallion. Put it to work immediately and kill all those Gimpos a little bit easier.
Yeah, I definitely have Bombosed in that room fairly recently. ZenArcane is thinking about the approach here. I guess maybe was trying to get a count on whether the hand could be beaten there, and does figure it out. Does beat the hand and makes it through. So I'm trying to think of what we still need in order to beat this game. We need the Meyer Big Key in the east, or we know the Eastern Big Key. We need the Meyer Big Key. Is that all we definitely need? I mean, depends if Turtle Rock is a crystal on the rods. Okay, TR is a pendant. We know the Eastern Big Key, I think, if ZenArcane's tracker is telling me the right information. So I think we just need the Meyer Big Key. I don't remember having seen the Eastern boss, but here we are. Oh, we're going back into Eastern again. For ZenArcane. Okay, so maybe I was just a little confused. But now we're gonna get that Eastern info. I'm trying to remember. I think the Eastern Big Key. Yeah, that was the one that was in the dark shopping mall area. So that's a fairly dense location. Ooh, there's the Take Any Sword cave for Zaruvyen. That'll be a great way to get Tempered Sword behind Light World Bunk Rocks. So we've got a Tempered Sword, we got a bow. We're about to get a Bombos medallion here for Zaruvyen.
Oh, just go do Ice Palace, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Now, we know Zaruvyen needs to continue this play well over here to go find the Eastern Big Key. But where is that Meyer Big Key?
Well, they haven't checked Sahasha's closet yet. It was found while in Buddy state, so they have not been to the back yet of Saha.
Nice Armos quick kill there for ZenArcane. And this is shaping up to be a pretty quick seed if that Meyer key shows up soon. Scottish Brave going through Swamp now. Don't think there's anything too much needed from here, but maybe something useful.
Khloe's going through the left side of GT here.
It is a fairly dense thing that is available. And finding the silver arrows. So we'll see 800, now 900 rupees for Khloe. We'll see if those silvers get turned off or not. And Zaruvyen does find the pair of 5-item caves over here, or will find the second one shortly. So we'll get that Eastern Big Key for the foxes. This is a really interesting spot. There's a lot of tension between sort of cleaning up what you have available and then sweeping out new things and looking for new items as seeds get closer and closer to go mode. I would not be surprised to see the Ice Palace play pretty high on the list of things to get done. And hopefully, and sure enough, there. As soon as I say it, ZenArcane is in Ice Palace. Yeah, I think this is a great play because it puts a bunch of items in front of you and is guaranteed to give you crystal progression. And if Meyer Key shows up here, then business is booming. And with half magic, ZenArcane is also going to just make use of these medallions to kill a bunch of nasty things in Ice Palace as well. A bunch of Pengators down right there. We'll see how much more medallion usage we get. We're going to get a decent amount because it's the only way to kill the Freezors.
Ooh, see Zaruvyen here is in Agate Tower. I'm going to go ahead and complete it and check the Kakariko well afterwards.
Yeah, and this I also don't hate. You've got the lamp, it's in logic. You've now got the boots, so that is a 5-item play. There is no crystal behind it, but if you're playing density, it's actually pretty good in terms of items per time.
Absolutely. And I guess Khloe found the flute here, being activated at the time.
All right. I guess that was probably in Ganon's tower somewhere on the left side that I missed it watching, the Ice Palace items.
Yep, and speaking of Ice Palace items, found another sword there.
Yep. So even if we never see that Take Any Cave from the last locationeers, which is possible if the Meyer Big shows up here shortly, we will see Tempered Sword on their side. Nice hook speed there for Zaruvyen off of the stairs in the pre-Aga 1 room. And Khloe is going through Paradox. Where is Khloe going right now? We're at the Curiosity Shop. I guess going to Turtle Rock West to Bunny Revive. So probably going to do some deboosting here. If anything will get in the way. To go get that Moon Pearl. Seems pretty relevant at this point. These lasers will do a good job. And we're going to use that Bombos Medallion to get the Meyer entrance here for Scottish Brave.
Or are we? Oh, no. Oh, we're going to the GT.
Okay. Going GT left. Khloe can't go that way to get the big chest, but can come up here and go through by offing the 2 Hokubokus here. Looks like there was a poll. I just saw the result. Didn't get so many blue balls. We had a poll running. If you got in and you guessed not many blue balls for Aga, congrats. Zaruvyen, likes you for that. Because obviously your voting will fixed the pre-seeded RNG that the runners were assigned hours ago. Scottish Brave, they're in double firebar. Gets that flute. That's where it came from in GT left. And Zaruvyen is going to take the chance to just finish off Eastern while over here. It's convenient, nice mirror off the top of Pyramid just because you get dropped there post-Aga. So we're going to have a little bit of a delay before Cackwell. But it's a good way to sort of consolidate some of your tasks. And ZenArcane is headed behind this lift rock in the Dark World, but just to take any cave. And at this point, with a full row of hearts, is saying, hey, maybe a blue potion sounds pretty good. I don't disagree. Having a blue potion in the bank is always great.
We see Graveyard Legends here. ZenArcane side.
Yeah, this is some of that Dark World stuff that we just couldn't clean up because the Moon Pearl was so late in this seed. So, just getting around to it now.
Yeah, it's just the arrow game though, so.
Yeah, we have the King's Tomb entrance here. And Zaruvyen is spending a lot of money here on these Armos Knights, but gets them done. Good old pay-to-win retro. And Scottish Brave is going to do the Ice Armos fight. A little more pay-to-win Armos. Scottish Brave. Rupee's back up to 470, so not in too bad a shape. Sadly, no Meyer Big Key over here. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen either a Fire Rod or an Ice Rod yet. Very reasonable that we don't need to find either of those. But logically, Skullwoods was a crystal, so we were logically expected to find the Fire Rod. And Zaruvyen gonna get us that Kakariko well. If Meyer Big Key shows up here, that is huge for Oops All Foxes. Ooh. Oh. Well, it could still be blocking in a really inconvenient way.
Oh, there's the Ice Rod.
Yep. Great. So, Castle Tower's value, very much TBD. I wouldn't be surprised to see Zaruvyen go back into GT here pretty quickly because of that big key. No one wants their partner to have GT big and to not know if they ever need to go get it in a location like that. But I feel like if that leads to Meyer big, that's a big advantage. And otherwise, if it doesn't, that it's very likely to bleed a lot of time for Oops All Foxes. We'll see if they can stay away from the upper GT check. And oh my, so this is interesting. Khloe is going to have to make a call about what, or no, Castle Tower wasn't over here. Where was the Castle Tower entrance? I was thinking that Castle Tower was over here in Dark Shopping Mall, but that is not correct. So I guess we have a little bit more time. And chat, Technolink is asking, what's in the Pyramid Drop? It's at least a one-item thing. We've seen Magic Bat. I'm not sure if we haven't seen Lumberjack or the Thief. But it's a one-item drop behind GT. So there is an extra item to put behind that GT Big Key and Logic, so it's worth 5 right now. Or rather worth 6 because of the big chest.
Can't even open up TR entrance. We need ether for that, so probably not going to need it right now. But we get Dark Death Mountain here, as we have not seen these checks yet. Oh, there's the TR big chest, just for 5 rupees though.
Yeah. Pretty easy to just kind of pop in there, grab that. So, kind of no harm, no foul.
There's the Agate Tower. It's on Dark Death Mountain at the bottom.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to see ZenArcane make this play as well. I feel like ZenArcane from this position, Swamp to go, Hera to go, Meyer to go without a big key yet, is probably going to have to make the GT play for the last Locationeers with that GT big key.
And here is the back of Sahasrah's closet. Finally, we get to see it on ScottishBrave side. We get a big key to Meyer.
Well then.
And you see ZenArcane immediately leave out of Agate Tower and think,
yep,
that's what I need.
Yep, that was the one we were looking for. That is gonna set the last Locationeers on a furious pace to go finish these dungeons. Loadout is tempered silvers, and just tempered for ZenArcane, but I don't know. Maybe we see that silvers grab. Was that in Swamp?
Yeah, there's a sorted ice palace. Or
Sword and Ice. I'm wondering silvers.
oh, silvers are in GT random room.
Oh, GT. Yeah, you're not getting those. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna see a silverless fight for ZenArcane, and Scottish Brave will have tempered silvers, and with 500 rupees, she's gonna be pretty good on ammo, I suspect. But yeah, the answer was Sahasrara all along. It wasn't Ice, it wasn't Meyer, it wasn't GT. If you're rooting for Oops All Foxes here, we know that they need to get over to Sahasrara's closet in a hurry. Let's see, crystal counts. Looks like pod just about to get finished up here for Scottish Brave. Eastern, not that hard to get to. Ice, Meyer, I think they're not too bad of spots. Whereas it looks like ZenArcane just has Swamp, Hera very fast in go mode, and then this Meyer. Also not hard to get to. But Oops All Fox is doing pretty well on crystals, pretty much at parity, just needs the knowledge of that Eastern big key, or Meyer big key behind Sahasrara. Okay, looks like the Foxes are getting their Meyer big. And, oh, there's an immediate saving quit from Zaruvyen. Khloe says, hey, I got a big key. Select. It's Meyer. Saving quit. And Zaruvyen is also off to the races there with a very nice hook speed off the pyramid. So we got a race going here. So I'd say, without having done all of Castle Tower and some things like that, that last location here is maybe a little favored here, earlier to the Moon Pearl, earlier to the Meyer Big Key. But definitely still a competitive race, and the winner will be decided by lowest average time among teams finishing members. So unless the last locationers finish 1-2 or 1-3, there's a chance that Oops All Foxes could, if they finish 1-4, take the win, even if one of the last locationers gets across the finish line first. Have to see what things look like as we close in and get these dungeons done. Not that much left for Zaruvyen, so it's going to be good. I think Zaruvyen's going to probably be lead here for Foxes based on counts, and I would say that ZenArcane looks to be ahead, given the remaining dungeons, Swamp and Hera, for last locationers. But for both teams, this is a blazing time for co-op veterans.
Absolutely, it is. You get so much information so fast, and it's wild. It's fun. I love it.
Oh yeah, I was actually really impressed by this mode. I think it was actually a really nice Game 5 choice. Not just because it means that every team member will play twice in a 5-game playoff series, but also just that it plays really well, honestly. It balances a lot of really different things and sort of challenges a skill set a little distinct from what you saw in games 1 through 4. But maybe it was me forcing myself to like it because I knew I'd have to play it if it came to that. But I actually had a lot of fun with the mode. I hope we see it return, maybe in a more prominent featured position in future League seasons, because I think there was some definite value to the challenge it presented. I'd say the first 2 or 3 seeds I did of this, though, were real rough. Because you're just passing so much information back and forth. A shared tracker makes a world of difference. So initially, League wasn't sure if they were going to allow that shared tracker. And then they did rule that you could use an online shared tracker, and that was definitely a game changer. So if you're going to undertake this this format, thinking about it, I definitely encourage you to use that sort of a tool. ZenArcane running over to Swamp Palace. Oh, and got the lift frame there. I don't know what happened that we got frozen, but we're gonna reset ourselves with that cave. Usually you see that happen in the chicken hut. If you lift a chicken on the frame, it stops moving. But ZenArcane gets it fixed, gets into Swamp Palace.
Yeah, you don't want to see rays come down the oops. I somehow glitched out.
Yeah. Oops, I lonked myself or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, comment that Scottish's rupee total is a little low. Not as low as ZenArcane's, but we know Zen is not getting those silver arrows, so not really a concern. So let's see, we have Ice Palace going on for Scottish Brave. Still has Mire remaining. We're getting Swamp here from Zen. This is the 7th crystal. Tower of Hera is Zaruvyen's 7th. So back of Swamp here, a little slower than Hera, assuming Zaruvyen can get this Hera pot. This is going to be pretty close between the two of them. And so if we look at Scottish Ice Mire in Ice versus Khloe Ice Mire in Mire, Foxes may have gotten to that Eastern big key right when they needed to, and may have a little edge here. Khloe's a little deeper in Ice than Scottish is right now. And Zaruvyen's getting his 7th crystal. So yeah, this might be a 1-3 finish for the Foxes. Shows how much I know in assessing standing, as these water bugs are bullying the junk out of ZenArcane, unfortunately. He's gonna, take it a little easy here.
These pups are just gonna melt with that butter sword here, so not gonna be too much of an issue.
And Zaruvyen is going to take the portal up to the Witch's Hut to drop in to fight Ganon at the Fairy Fountain. ZenArcane about to get his 7th crystal. This is a great race. Or no, not the Fairy Fountain. At the Sanctuary drop. Sorry, the Graveyard drop. It was the Fairy Fountain. I just got fooled. Thanks, Zaruvyen. Baiting me with the wrong Ganon drop. Thanks, bud. But no, Zaruvyen is into the Ganon fight. And ZenArcane not far behind. But will have a silverless fight, as will Zaruvyen, but gold silverless versus tempered silver, or no, gold silverless on both sides, and tempered silvers for the other two players. This is fascinating. So we'll have to see. Khloe Prower and Scottish Brave are going to have some execution nerves applied here at the end of their race, probably seeing a finish on both sides. You just never know when that competing finish is going to come in. This is a great race. Again, if you have not followed these runners, please go do it. They're all excellent. Follow their teammates as well. Both these teams will be in the Invitational League next year as a result of their top 4 finishes in the Open League this year. And if you've been watching this, you can kind of see why. They're doing a real excellent job. Nice hit there on Ganon. Nice silverless slash hit.
Yep. No fire rod today, so you can't light the torch from afar. You gotta be right next to it.
Yeah, and Khloe just a couple screens ahead of Scottish here into the Vitreous fight. Neither of them really have great ammo here. Khloe has an extra 2 silvers, so we'll be able to take out the eyeball, but is going to have to use some sort of like WQ-esque NMG-looking strats here, but gonna use the cape to supplement and keep it safe. Does safely menu past the mirror, and only needed 1 silver. Fires the extra one into the wall.
Zaruvyen as the first of our runners to finish with a time of 1:35.47, and ZenArcane should be right behind him.
Yeah,
There
this
it
is incredibly close, so we'll see how Khloe Prower and Scottish Brave finish this up. But yeah, Scottish Brave is going to not use any silvers here, is going to save those silvers for the Ganon fight, but cleans up nicely with the gold sword. But GG's to Zaruvyen and to ZenArcane. And
ZenArcane finishing with the 136.22. Khloe is making their way to Ganon now.
Yeah, and we have Tempered Sword, Silver's Ganon, so pretty cozy fight. 16 hearts, but at this point, with one member of each team done, the nerves are going. So we'll see. See if they can keep it together and get a good finish here. And Scottish Brave, likewise, about to drop into the Ganon fight. Khloe, a mere 2 phases ahead. Again, Zaruvyen did finish first, so Scottish would need to beat Khloe by some amount of time that is the delta between the finish of Zaruvyen and ZenArcane in order to win it for the last Vacationeers.
Scottish does have a gold sword here as well, so
okay, I missed that. And I mean, gonna be real careful here to not miss any of your silvers. And yeah, we see Khloe just saying, Ganon's in the bottom left. I don't want to mess with that. Good decision. And ooh, going for the double. Does get it though. Scottish going for that early silverless hit. Oh no, Scottish misses a silver. But GG to Khloe Prower crossing is going to lock that one up for Oops All Foxes. They will take first in this bronze match.
Oh, Scottish unfortunately ran out enough money for the silvers. You have to finish this out with spins.
Yeah, and is only going to need a few of those, so there it is. Congrats to Oops All Foxes. They will take the bronze here in the third place match. But Scottish Brave, congrats also to last location. Here's Scottish Brave finishes. Will be finishing up and gonna complete a very lovely race. I think we're joined by the entire contingent of folks. It looks like Khloe Prower is here, Zaruvyen's here, GG to Oops All Foxes, as well as Scottish Brave and ZenArcane. GG's last location.
Everyone.
GG's. I don't think we could have asked for a better way to take this all the way to the distance, all the way down to the wire.
This is going to be worth a rewatch, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, I certainly didn't know who was in the lead. I was like, lead is to probably the team that's not in the lead whenever I say who I'm assessing is in the lead. So I feel like I got most of the things wrong the entire race, but it was great. Wow, collection rate 97.
Who's got the 97?
97, ZenArcane.
Did you even do any work then?
I just beat this thing. That's all I did.
I'm just gonna slightly spoil it because I feel that I need some recognition for this. Mine's is 110. What did you do?
Well, mine is 114 and Ruby's is like 120.
I have a 124.
Stop showing off, like.
Wow.
I also had to remind Khloe that Sahasrarla's 3 checks exist because I went past him to go to Dark Shopping Mall and got my Eastern Big and said, I'm going to climb Castle Tower to roll that out.
Just in case. Oh, that's where the ice rod was, by the way. It was in the well behind Castle Tower.
What was it? I was really hoping one of you two had found the fire rod because it is. Where is it? Where is it meant to be?
No idea.
We need the mitts.
Yeah, we just saw. I mean, we saw bomb jump moth for a crystal from everyone. So,
so if I have to guess, fire rod's either on the climb or in the GT Big chest.
But then where's the GT Big key?
In the well.
Yeah, well behind Castle Tower.
Catch me never getting that. All right then.
I could have been in Mire too as well. We didn't really check anything in Mire. We just kind of went to Vitreous. So
kind of glad we didn't either.
Yeah, there was a point where it looked like it was going to be possibly GT, possibly Mire, possibly Ice Palace. And it turns out it was none. It was just Sahasrarla the whole time.
Oh, I was buzzing when I found that and all.
I mean, yeah, we were pretty excited too. You were the first one to that by a couple minutes. Was definitely a really interesting race to watch it play out.
As long as it was interesting and fun, that's all we can ask for, really.
And that's all the series was meant to be. Just fun after the end of the playoffs for basically everyone involved. And, why not just go and take it the whole extra 5 games for everybody to enjoy?
This was some great bonus content, a really excellent Game 5. I was mentioning that I came around to really liking this mode, enjoying the experience of playing co-op Retrants. I don't know. How do y'all feel about it?
I love Retrants personally. I love entrance.
Everybody's just been privy to. This is the first time Zen and I have ever done co-op Retrants as well.
Oh.
So yeah. So this was both our first practice and our first race all at the same time. So I think we did all right.
I think Khloe and I both have, I think, maybe 2 practice races total.
Yeah, we
and
did
then
about
never had to play it.
2, and then it never came up. Like, we felt very good about it, but
yeah, I've had to do one. So me and Mike had to do one for. I think it was our first round.
Yet another bonk.
Against yet another bonk. Yeah.
Shout out to yet another bonk.
Yeah, so we've done this one, and then it got to game 5, and then it's like, right, we'll do it tonight, and then Zen and I were like, cool, we're just gonna have to, we'll wing it. It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong?
See, the thing with Retrants that really got me at first is, there's no key logic to think about. because with universal keys, the game assumes you have all keys at any time. So it makes checks like right side of desert, left side of swamp, everything just looks easier and feels easier because, well, what do you need all these keys for?
Here's a
Just
question
open
for you.
doors, man.
Did you ever find any other entrance to desert apart from north?
No.
Neither did
No,
we.
and we were looking for it too, because that's like 5 checks still.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we never found it either.
I mean, Khloe killed
I'm-
Anmo and turned in GP, but that's about it.
I'm thinking one of them is the only one that's accessible, and the other one's like, I didn't find an entrance to Floating Island or Upper Pumper Cave or anything like that.
Mm-mm. Yeah, same.
Or it could
Excuse me.
just be, Skullwood's back too.
Oh, God.
Well, if anybody else wants to take the seed and go find a fire rod, honestly, be my guest. I'd like to know, but I don't want to put in the work to do it.
I redeemed Trey Spire's 100% of a seed. Go, Trey.
Yep, it was a fun match to watch. Definitely a good time to have any co-op scene to watch, and you just get to play with your friends and just have league next year. Nothing to worry about. So, yeah, it was a really fun match to watch. Match to watch, and yep, GG to everyone here again, and I think now we are gonna throw it over to one of our trackers. You might know him as Jossie, one of the league admins here, who is gonna say a few words for us.
Hey, so I just wanted to give an official, unofficial congratulations to Uppsala Foxes for being the official, unofficial bronze winner of the Open League this season. And also, of course, GG to last location years. Cool match to watch. And a very fitting way to finish off the Open League for season 4. And of course, we're looking forward to seeing both of your teams in the Invitational League next season. That said, of course, we do have the Invitational Finals that are only one game in, and game 2 will be tonight on Speed Gaming Main at 7:40 p.m. So you definitely want to check them out. But also, if you're not yet following this channel, the ALTTPR League, do give it a follow. We're going to try to have some exhibition matches during the off season on here as we potentially test out some modes for season 5. So, just to give a plug to this channel to stick around, and hopefully we'll have some stuff going on here during the off season. And anyone have anything else to say here?
Well,
Just a
straight
big
up.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, just a big thank you, to trackers, restreamers, commentators throughout the entire league. You guys are the ones who made this possible, so thank you all so much, and thank everyone for watching, really, because we're putting on a show for you, and we hope we manage to entertain.
Absolutely, and thank you, both your teams, for deciding to do this and giving us a little bit extra to be able to broadcast here. This was a really fun series, and I think this game was probably the best we could have asked for to be the final Open League match of season 4. And of course, as thanks to our restreamer Artarl, I don't know if we've specifically thanked him for putting this through. Without a restreamer, we could not have done this. And as he's putting in chat, do give all 4 of these runners a follow. And of course, thanks to Captain 1977 and Maniacal for being such great comms today, and Lady Laura Linda for doing the tracking with me. And I think with that, all there is to say after that is hope to see you all around in season 5.